Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Our next team, the LA Chargers. So if this is your first time seeing our YouTube video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave your predictions in the comments. They finished 11-6 last year, so we'll start with our favorite move that the Chargers made this offseason. Matt, you go for it.
Mike McDaniel is the new offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Thank you.
Travis. I think he not a great coach because I think he has a hard time with a locker room. I think he's a funny guy, his dry sense of humor, but I think he is a very good offensive mind, and I think he's going to breathe new life into a Jim Harbaugh, let's run the ball up the middle all the time mentality. So I think he's going to be just what the doctor ordered for the Chargers.
Travis, what about you?
Ditto.
Yeah.
No. Well, no, and I agree with Matt because I think I don't know, based on everything I've seen here recently about him down there, it's like Harbaugh's given him almost carte blanche. And he realizes that, and I'm going to throw you under the bus, Ryan, but he actually has a quarterback who can throw further than 20 yards. And I think just the creative juices are going to go. And I think every one of those tools that they have, they're going to find a use for them, you know? So yeah, I think that's the biggest, that might be the biggest move in the division, actually, when everything's said and done.
Yeah, I honestly love it. I'm still a little disappointed that the Dolphins got rid of him because I felt like he got put in a situation where like fix this quarterback. He fixed Tua. He got the best out of Tua. Tua had an MVP season, like if he was top 5 in MVP for a long time. But then like everybody figured out Tua was only good at one thing, and Mike McDaniels couldn't do anything about it. So now we're gonna see Mike McDaniels with a quarterback that can actually like rip the ball, who's really good, more mobile than Tua. And I'm just like in another universe somewhere, the Dolphins have Justin Herbert on their team because they could have drafted him, and they have Mike McDaniels as a coach, and this is what I could experience. So I do have him down as well. I also put Njoku. I like Njoku. I think he's a good receiving tight end. They right now, I think, have Gadsden still ahead of him in the depth chart. So I don't know what their plans are for him, but he's a good flyer for them. Although I will say McDaniels is not always, his offense is not really tight end dependent. So,
Right. Yeah.
okay, let's go to our least favorite moves that they made. Let's start with you on this one, Travis.
They spent half of their drafting offensive linemen.
Mm.
4 out of 8 of their 8 picks were offensive linemen. I mean, I get going for offense, but in this division, you really need to have a really top flight defense. So, I mean, and don't get me wrong. I mean, yeah, if I want my offense to run too, I want as many offensive linemen as possible. But I think that's probably lack of balance is probably my least favorite move of what they did. But, you know, I get why they did it. I just, you know, that's a lot of offensive linemen.
Yeah, because like their offensive lineman problems last year were more injury, right?
Yeah,
Like their
right.
tackles went out, right? Yeah, so maybe a
Yeah,
little bit of an over
Yeah, if you want to
correction.
fix it, you
Sure.
know, get rid of the AstroTurf, put natural grass in.
There you go.
I mean,
Yeah. What about you, Matt?
I scoured and I looked at what happened. I have no problem with them drafting a bunch of offensive linemen. I think if you would have had what happened to them last year with all those O linemen going down, depth, and more depth. And I don't think, and you being a Detroit fan also, Ryan,
Yeah.
I mean, having good offensive linemen covers a lot of in offensive sins.
Yeah.
So I don't blame them for drafting more offensive linemen. I think maybe they were shell shocked, like They're just expecting that, so they want to have backups. So I looked. I really didn't have a least favorite move that they made. I think their team is very solid, and if those tackles, if those two big ugly tackles of theirs can stay healthy, watch out.
Yeah, they really had a good off season. Like even like with Travis, you can even I don't want to speak for you, but it's sort of like just a nitpick, right? Like it could be
Right.
like, hey, it's
No,
just
and
not
it's
something I would do. I agree
yeah,
with you, Matt. Like it could be like the overcorrection. Like, hey, let's not have this happen again. And I totally understand both sides. But I put Oweh on here. They lost Oweh, had 7 sacks for him last year, 7.5 sacks. Hey, not that they had to re-sign him. It was what I found as like, okay, this is my least favorite move, only because I'm a big offensive lineman guy. And if you can have as many guys as you can that can get to the quarterback and create pressure, the more you have, the better. And he was a guy who could get to the quarterback. So that was one guy I have. Not that it's going to make or break their season.
Who was their first round draft pick? Wasn't it that defensive lineman out of was it Miami or Florida State? It was
Um,
Miami, right? I'm drawing
I
a blank
I'm going to
on,
look it up real quick.
on who it was because I think that's why they might have let Oweh go, is they had a plan. And if it's the guy I'm thinking, the University of Miami's second defensive lineman, a little older,
Yeah,
Mizador.
Edge. Yeah.
Ezador.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Edge
Ezador.
Rama. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I didn't think Oweh was anything that special, but
No, and again, this is like it could be a nitpick, but it would also be good if you maybe had him and your first round pick,
yeah,
right?
no,
Like that's
you're
all I'm
you're
saying.
right. Yeah.
Right.
Rotation,
Be
rotation.
right, rotation. I'm like, as a Lions fan, it's like we've only had Hutchinson for like the past 1,000 years, and we don't want to get another guy for some reason. I would rather have too many guys than not enough. So that's all I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. Yeah, I'm sold too. That's my red flag.
Okay,
Or my
love it.
my,
Let's go. Okay, let's go to the green light. What are we excited for about the Chargers this season? Let's start with Matt on this one.
that their O line is going to stay healthy. They cannot be plagued. That they're not going to lose both of those offensive tackles, those bookends. And these aren't just average tackles. These
Yeah.
are good top 10 tackles in the NFL. And they lost them both. So I think them having an offensive line is going to just do wonders.
Yeah, I put offensive line healthy I put and then offense. I'm just so excited to see this offense. So, Travis, what about you?
Yeah, same thing. Obviously, if the offensive line is healthy and can protect with a new offensive coordinator that we all think can scheme up things, yeah, if I'm a Chargers fan, I'm pretty happy about that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Red flags. Let's go into things we're worried about for the Chargers this season. Let's start with you on this one, Travis.
Let's go back to that offensive line. If it's not healed, I don't care how many you draft. You got to protect, and this is what the third year of this that we're going into that they haven't been able to really protect the quarterback. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, hey, as a Chiefs fan, I'll tell you that's the first thing that you have to have is you got to protect your guy. So it doesn't matter the scheme between that and just staying healthy. So again, get rid of the turf and SoFi.
Yeah, yeah, they got to be healthy and then like not lose a step, right? Because that's the other thing.
Right.
When you have major injuries, you can lose a step. Matt?
Uh, I like this guy, but maybe he's just not what we think he is. Justin Herbert. Maybe he's
Oh, shots
just,
fired.
I know, I
I
like it.
know.
Listen,
Okay.
if you go back, there was a year, it's probably what got me banned. There was a year where I thought Justin Herbert was better than Patrick Mahomes. I
Mm-hmm.
said it right here. And yeah, you're right, Travis. I was probably drinking. And
Do drug testing before we start these shows.
And yeah, that's my red flag is maybe he's just not clutch. He just won't ever be able to win that big game.
Yeah, it could be possible. I remember they hit, what 27-3 on the Jaguars. Like, I mean, it's
Uh,
partly his fault, but like it's also like the whole team. Like if you lose that big of a lead,
uh,
so yeah, we'll see. That's a good like worry is like can he be clutch? I think he'll be fine, but I'm with you. You got to question it at some point. I also put their secondary is really unproven, so they have Stills and Hart is was as far as their starting secondary goes, cornerbacks I should say. They were both like 27th and 63 as far as 63rd, I should say, as far as like their PFF grades and how good they were. So they're not like in they're only like 2 years in or a year in. So they're still young, very unproven. So it's just a little bit of a concern I have or question, will that young secondary like develop enough to be able to, be good at the positions they're in. So they had like one had a solid year, but it wasn't great. So anyway, point being is that's my big concern, my big red flag question mark. Fantasy football go to Matt.
I'm gonna say Hampton.
Okay.
If he stays healthy, I think with Mike McDaniel, the way he likes to run the ball, I think Hampton's a good north-south runner, and I think he's going to have a good fantasy football year. And they like to run; they want to run the ball. They're going to want to run it.
Yeah, Mike McDaniels loves running the ball. So yeah, you're absolutely right about that one, Travis.
I'm going to go in a completely different direction. I think McConkey,
I have him
is
down.
going to be, I think he's going to be a key element of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't, there's just something about him that I just look at, and maybe McDaniel will use him more like the Patriots used, what's their slot receivers' names?
Wes
Sorry.
Welker,
Oh,
Edelman,
Yeah, like more like a Welker type,
Edelman, yeah.
and
Yeah.
maybe the tight end doesn't get those type of passes, but a bailout. It just seems like the type. But
Yeah, if you asked me which receiver could mimic Hill and Waddle and that little like up and in route that you do like that's 11 yards in
exactly.
that Tua loved to throw, but that was a staple in his offense. McConkey is the like perfect guy for that. So I think he's going to get a bunch of targets. I'm with you. I think you should really go after him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prediction a 9.5 over 9.5 over and under for the Chargers. So let's go, Travis. What do you got for the Chargers?
I'm going over. I think they'll do 11-6.
Matt?
11-6 is what I got.
I also have 11-6. So
No controversy.
yeah, that's
Gonna
right.
be
No. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Or because we all predict the same thing, we'll be right. So
Yeah.
okay, that is our season preview for the LA Chargers. Let us know in the comments down below some of your predictions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.